Okay, everybody, sorry about that. We're having a couple issues there. Sounds like we're still having issues. How is everyone today? Woo, that was fun. Hi, Patty. Hi, Shirley. How are you guys today? I am not sure why I'm echoing. I apologize for that. Usually, once I turn my other mic on, we're good to go, but it's acting crazy. Hmm. I don't know. So, I just got back from my sewing retreat, had a great retreat. We had lots of fun. I got lots of stuff done. Hi, Katie. How are you today? And my hair is all fuzzy. Good morning, Melody. How are you? So I went to the American Sewing Guild Sewing Retreat, and we had fun. Um, did 3 projects and got my husband's quilt almost completed. So first, I'm gonna show you guys some of the little gifts we got. So we each got a goodie bag. This echoing is really gonna drive me bonkers. Oh, all right. So we each got a goodie bag. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Oh, thank you. Um, I appreciate you so much. So, um, so we each got a goodie bag, and I'll go over that. But we also got what they call fairy gifts, and that was after we went to bed. We got up the next morning. There were little stuff at our stations. Yeah, I just got off of the night shift, so I'm drinking coffee to stay awake during this. My A was crooked. I wonder how that happened. So one of them was this cute little. It's got a little stand, and it has a little pocket back here, and it has 4 pockets up front, and it just kind of sits on your little table. One of the other ones is this lady does tatting. I can get it out of my fingernails. And she left all these cute little hearts at everybody's station to go on their scissors. I put it on my littlest scissors because she gave us one last year for our big scissors. Isn't that cute? I could not do anything that small. My eyeballs bug out on some of the little small pieces I do. So there was that. Super cute. Um, then there were 2 fat quarters one morning, and I actually made a project with that. There was something else. I think I put it in the bag. So this was the gift bag, and it says Oklahoma City chapter of the American Sewing Guild Canyon Camp Retreat 2023. And so let me set this aside because this was a different thing. We'll look at that in a second. So one of the cute things they had was this sewing advice thing, which I thought was really cool. So it said, okay, careful not to lose my coupons in here. Oh, I dropped one. It's going to have to stay there for now. Sewing advice, updated from the Reader's Digest version. It says then and now. So then it says, prepare yourself mentally for sewing. Think about what you're going to do. Now, wake up. Always keep a good stash of fabric, patterns, notion ready so you can sew whenever you want, whenever the mood strikes you. Good morning, June. Then, never approach sewing with a sigh or lackadaisical. Now, save the attitude for the housework. Then, good results are difficult when indifference predominates. Now, indifference is great when mending, repairing zippers, or shortening pants. If the results aren't good, people will stop asking. Oh, I like that. Then, never try to sew with a sink full of dishes or beds unmade. Now, this is good advice only if you sew with your machine in the sink or on the bed. Then, when there is urgent housekeeping chores, do that first, or your mind is free to enjoy your sewing. Now, there is no urgent housekeeping chores, just enjoy your sewing. Then, put on a clean dress. Now, you may sew in your pajamas, but wear slippers, otherwise, your feet will get dusty. Then, keep a bag full of French chalk near your sewing machine to dust your fingers at intervals. Now, what? Then, have your hair in order, powder and lipstick put on. Now, brush your teeth if time permits and you remember. Then, if you are constantly fearful that a visitor will drop in or your husband will come home and you will not look neatly put together, you will not enjoy your sewing. Now, lock your door, don't answer the phone. If your husband comes home and you really can't refuse to let him in, but leave the number so he can order takeout. I thought that was really cute. That was at our stations when we got up one morning. I thought that was nifty. Okay, so back to the treat bags here. So they the retreat committee really put a lot of work in, and they got a lot of sponsors, and they did a wonderful job. And I was joking with them and told them, just so you know, they're going to vote you to do this again. So one of the girls made a sewed up some eyeglass cases. Cute. Oops. I stuck the prizes I won in here too. So we got coupons to our local sewing places um, and things like that. We all got a free pattern. Is that not cute? It's the koala pattern by Elizabeth Hartman. She donated one to every attendee. Let's see. We have a splinter group. I don't know that called the Sewing Happy Hour. Although we always meet at like a library and stuff, so there isn't really any happy hours going on. But they made these acrylic templates for rounding corners. We got some 100% Egyptian cotton. Let's see, we got Orifil thread. We got some of these little zip things for our cords. We got some Metler thread. We got Bernina sent us thread and sewing needles. That's more coupons. One of the ladies stitched us up a tissue holder. Another one made us scrubby pads. It's got neat little things here. One of the ladies did some fussy cutting and made us some ornaments. Those are coupons. And these are cases for our their badge holders. Isn't it cute? And so that's all the little gifts that were in our bags. It was a lot. Ouch. And then I got a gift for, we did this word search thing, and then there was a random drawing who finished it. It's a little, it goes under your lunch. It's like plastic, but it goes into your lunch so you can clean up it cleans up your mess. It's really cute, but it's washable, plastic-like over a fat quarter. It looks like super cute, but it's supposed to go in your lunch box to help you keep tidy. I thought that was cute. One of the ladies donated these. And then they had enough little gift bags. You know, usually you'll have little drawings out of all the participants and a few people get them. They had enough that everybody got something. So one of the things I got was I got a Big Tree Quilts book of houses and a charm pack. And it's real pretty. It's real pretty roses. It's got all kinds of pretty prints. It's super pretty. So those are all the things we got at the retreat, and my one camera is frozen. Why is it frozen? There it goes. Okay. I was like, wait, no, I'm frozen again. I don't know what's going on with my other camera. There it goes. Sheesh. Okay. So those are all the little gifts. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. I might frame this though. This was too cute. I'll put that up there. And then I actually got I helped set up and stuff. I got a little koozie and a little notebook, which the notebook's in my purse. So then we did projects. And we had 3 classes. Oh. And I actually still have to finish one of them. So we made, these were also the fat quarters I had that I got as a little fairy gift. So we made a little crossbody bag. I got to finish the top stitching. So super cute. My first crossbody bag. And then I got to put a little closure on it too. But that's it. It's got boxed. It's really cute. It was super easy. It was like one seam all the way around. It was great. We made slippers. Oh. And I actually used leftover fabric from my granddaughter's quilt to make them. I think next time I'll put more padding in the feet. And we made a microwavable potato bag. And then, you know, the potatoes go in here and you microwave them. And they sent like cooking instructions. So those were all the projects we did. So that was fun. I need my coffee. I'm exhausted. Somehow I shifted my table here. And so my crowning achievement for the weekend, and I really don't know that I have enough room to show this because this is it got much bigger than I expected it to get. So the quilts I've been working on for my husband for, we bought the fabric 3 years ago. Um, then I cut all the pieces and worked on it last year and got frustrated, and well, we have one more border to put on it. I don't think you'll be able to see all of it because it's so big. Oof. But I got one more 2-inch black border, and then it's ready to sandwich, and it's done. This thing made me so frustrated over the weekend. Whew. But I persevered. I was determined. I stayed up really late the last day of the retreat because I was gonna get it done. So yeah, and that's it. That was everything. Oh yes, I'm so happy to finally get it done. I just got that 2-inch border I need to do, the last little border, and then whew, but the hardest parts are done. I am so happy. It's been a long time coming. Yeah, my two friends that I go to retreat with, um, they were so proud because they know how long it's been for me working on it. They made me stand up and take a picture with it. They put it on the wall and everything. But so that was my weekend. Did anybody else do anything this weekend? Did you get any projects done? Thank you, Katie. It turned out much better than I thought it was going to. I was really getting concerned with how frustrating I was getting with some of the parts of it. Thank you, Shirley. I think it's also the biggest quilt I've made to date. So that's going to be fun to free motion it. Whew. Glad I got those so steady suspension system now. I'm definitely going to need it. Oh, that's awesome. Did you guys have like a project already planned, or did you work on your own stuff? Was it one of those all day ones? I like those Saturday all day retreats. I haven't been to a virtual one yet, although I guess an all day sew on YouTube is the same thing. I've been to those. Oh, that's great. Did you guys go to the same retreat? Well, I'm glad you guys had fun. Sewing days are always fun, I think, especially when you have friends or sew buddies to sew with. It's one of the things I like about the American Sewing Guild is not everybody is quilting, although everybody at my table was quilting. Um, Lots of people are doing lots of other things. Just worked on whatever we wanted, not necessarily quilting, prizes and chatting. That's awesome. Yeah, at the American Sewing Guild, yeah, at the American Sewing Guild, um, there are fashion sewers and bag makers and embroidery enthusiasts, and there's all kinds of people. So it's you can walk around and see what everybody's working on. It's really neat, and I always learn something new. Oh well, that's fun. Yes, I didn't actually. The retreat ended yesterday, so I really didn't get a whole lot of sleep yesterday before I went to work last night. So I had all these enthusiastic plans for today's live, but I'm not sure we'll get to it. It may be a relatively short live today. Oh, I keep knocking my little coupons out. Where did my bag go? Yeah, it was fun, and the food's always pretty good. I eat entirely too much. I'm pretty sure I gained 5 pounds because everybody also brings tons of food, and I probably snack way too much. I don't usually eat 3 meals a day, but there's 3 meals a day. I stay up way too late and get up way too early. It was great to put faces to names you see in chat. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I bet that was neat. It is always good to put faces to the names. So I know what else I forgot to say. I'm actually going to be teaching a class at next year's retreat. So the cross stitch project keeper that I made, I will be teaching that class next year. So that gives me time to actually write out the pattern that I made. I mean, I drew it out, but I hadn't written any instructions. So that gives me a little bit of time to write out the instructions and maybe make a better. Um, Hi, Sister Winnie. Welcome. Thank you for stopping in. So that gives me a year to make perfect it, and oh, see, I didn't know that. That's awesome. And there went my other camera. Well, we're not really using it today anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Um, but now you can see a bigger how unorganized my space is right now. Um, so it's so I was pretty honored that they asked me to teach a class. So it made me feel like my sewing is stepping it up there. I'm glad they're not asking me to do it tomorrow. So I have a little bit of preparation time, but I'm super honored that they would ask me. So, anyways, what else do I have? Do I have anything else? I think that's all I have. So I brought like a ton of projects because I had all these high hopes that I was going to get tons of stuff done. But on top of the projects we did that were scheduled and messing with that quilt, yeah, I never got to the other projects that I brought because I want to make a new sewing caddy. Now I can make the connection. There you go. This one is um, it's good. But when I made it back when I first started sewing, and it's a little crooked. Although none of the seams have come undone. However, my sewing caddy for the one for this for my travel one, it's got some seams that are coming apart. So I I really want to make a new one. See, this is that lady that did the tatting. This is the one she made last year, and it goes on my big scissors. She's very talented. It's part tatting and part beads. Very, very talented. Some of this stuff goes back in here. I think that's all that goes in here. Everything else stays in here. So where's the lid for that? I need something just stabbed me. It just stabbed me. It doesn't need that one because I have that one in there. So yeah, see this one's coming apart right here. Healing right there. So I really need to make a new one for this. Although I saw a really good one. Trying to remember who makes it. The pattern hasn't been released. It won't be released until May something. I really want that one because it had little pockets on the ends. It was longer. And it folded up and then tied. That's the one I want to make for my travel one. The one that goes under my normal desk doesn't need to be anything fancy, just needs to be a regular one with pockets and even. So we want to be even, man, even. So let's see, did I learn anything new? I learned that piano um, keys for a border take a really long time. Whoosh, that took a long time. Um, what else did I learn? Well, I learned how to make a crossbody bag and potato bag and slippers. All of those were super easy projects. And maybe I'll do a little tutorial on the potato bag. The potato bag was so easy. I was really shocked at how easy the potato bag was. Um, let's see, do I have any announcements? None that I'm going to share yet. So, um, my lips are really chapped today. Really, really chapped. Can't believe my phone died. That's crazy. Yep. Christine. If you have the yardage, strip piecing keyboard border speeds up things. Yeah, so what I used was like the pieces from the bear paws, and the leftover pieces from that. So it wasn't a quick process. It was not quick at all. Um, and it's a 5 inch by 2 inch piece. Um, and it's all the colors that are in either the panel or the bear paws. So, um, and it was, I wasn't sure what I was gonna do, and there was a lady sitting next to me that works at a quilt shop, and she actually teaches classes, and it was her suggestion, and she was so cute. She was like, "But you don't need to listen to me. I just think that would like pull it all together." And I was like, "No, no, you're right. That actually sounds great." She says, "I know it's a lot of work," and I'm like, "No, it's my husband's quilt. It doesn't matter if it's a lot of work. Um, he's been waiting 3 years. I need to get it done." So I just got to finish it now and then get it to him. Because remember, way back when he said it was on fabric restriction until I got his quilt done. Well, we need to get him his quilt because I've been on fabric restriction a really long time. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Nancy. Good morning, everyone. How are you guys this morning? We've just been talking about, I haven't done much sewing today. I haven't done any sewing this morning. Or we were talking about um, my sewing retreat. We went over all the stuff I got and the little projects I did, and my husband's quilt that I finally am almost done with. Yeah, no, 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 no. It's okay. So this is the potato bag. And so it's got, so you put the potatoes in here. It's really super easy. It was one seam all the way around. It was great. And it was a 10 by 23, two pieces of 10 by 23 um, cotton fabric, and you got to use cotton thread. And then it was zap um, zap it batting. It's called. Is that what it's called? That's what it's called. I actually had the instructions here. Wrap and zap batting. Um, it was super easy. I think I did this in, I want to say, I probably, between cutting, sewing, it probably took me 20 minutes to do this. The fastest project I think I have ever done. So, yeah, a tutorial is totally in the future. The slippers probably are the thing that took the longest, and that was just because um, it had little, it's got little, you can't really see it, it's got little, I don't know what they're called, grippies. And then you had to cut it out. You had several pieces to cut out. Two pieces of, they're basically two fat quarters. Batting, I used actually foam. I should have used double foam. They're a little flat still. And then you had to sew around. And I thought I was a medium based on when I put my foot on the template. But this was still too big, and I had to sew around and kept putting it on my, I should have gone with the small, even though I feel like my feet are big. But these took the longest because you had to clip them and flip them around and sew this seam and then flip them back. And these took the longest. But even these didn't really take that long. And then this one was pretty quick too. It was a one seam thing, and they actually got the this off of Tracy at the Sewing Channel. She has a tutorial on this, and that's what they used, was the tutorial on that for this. And so um, anybody having trouble, they told them to go to that, to go to her channel, and I was like, oh, I know Tracy. So that was super easy too. So those, all those projects were pretty easy. Um, it was just getting used to the flipping, and the this was hard to get out of this little 3-inch gap because you have all this bundled up fabric and batting, and this thing did not want to come out of here. And the straps, of course, which, like I said, I've still got to finish the top stitching. Yeah, I don't really use a crossbody bag, but you know, it's cute. And it, you know, it's, I had never made one, so I thought it would be fun. You know, the classes were optional. You didn't have to go to them, but I think learning is learning, and I think anything that helps me be a better sewist or whatnot is good to learn. So I did all the things. Garbage man is here. You can always hear the garbage man. So I had a blast. On my sewing table, I did forget that I needed to bring a light because I never have enough light at my little station. Which, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture of my little sewing state in my little sewing station. I remembered to bring a little TV stand to put. Hi, Mona. To put my ironing station, so I didn't have to lean over and get on the actual table, and that saved my back a whole bunch because I just had my ironing station right next to me. So that was a lifesaver. Although people had these longer ones that they got from, they look like the little plastic tables that you set up at retreats and whatnot, but it was like just a tad bit longer than the TV trays. And I was told that you get them at Sam's Club, but I looked and I didn't see any. But they were saying that it was at Sam's Club for $35. But anyways, I want to get one of those because that was a nice, a little bit longer, and I could put my cutting board and my sewing mat on there both, and that would be much more help because I had to have this over a little bit, and we share a table with, you know, somebody else, and I kept feeling like I was invading her space. Although she, I don't think she minded. I don't think she said anything because I have to scoot my chair over. But all in all, it was great. And how is Mona today? The only other thing that I would want is I have to pack up this bad boy every time I go sew. And like, I have once a month, I have a sewing thing I go to, the happy hour sewing. Um, I really need to get like a sewing machine that I don't have to break down my whole little sewing station and carry. That would be nice because then I had to get home and put everything back together again, and whew, it can be a lot of work. I'm tired too. That's why I haven't really done any sewing. We've just been chatting about my sewing retreat and whatnot. So I'm probably not going to stay on much longer because I had to work last night and I'm exhausted. All right, Lucy, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. Yeah, a little featherweight, or Pfaff has a little machine called a Passport, and it's really light. And if I got one of those, then all my feet would be interchangeable, and I already know all the little gadgets and whatnot. So I'm looking for one that's used, but I am looking for a featherweight as well. Those are really lightweight too. So those are the two machines I'm looking for. I'm trying to find a passport on sale. I have been looking at Marketplace. I haven't gone to any thrift shops though. I hadn't thought of that. But I have been looking on Marketplace. But the thrift shops is a really good idea. I hadn't thought of that. Now I'm going to be going running down to the thrift stores. I also found a FOF servicer that's not an hour and 45 minutes away from me, so my machine will be going in for service soon. It's in desperate need of a spa day. So that was one of the things that was really good about the retreat, because sometimes you make these connections that you wouldn't otherwise make. So that was great. The thrift stores always have machines. I have, I don't. It's been a while since I've gone thrift shopping. I always like when I see garage sale signs. I always kind of cruise by them and like look. Do they have a machine out here? No. Okay, I can go. Mona did what? Thanks for the shout out this morning. Virtual hug, virtual hug. Oh, I like that virtual hug. That's awesome. So I bought a used is that it? Oh, I can't read that. At quilt shop, it had been serviced and was barely used. Kept it. See, I hadn't really looked at pre-owned machines at any of the quilt shops either. I could do that too. I hadn't really looked at them. So see, look, you guys gave me ideas. Ideas, ideas, ideas. It's always good chatting with you guys. You guys always help me out a ton. So I'm trying to figure out a time. I got to call and find out when the servicer will have availability. I'm told that he doesn't take long to service them, so I should have her back in a day. But I need to find a day that I don't need her. Like I'm trying to get myself on a schedule where now that I'm off on Thursday and Friday, I'm trying to make like Thursday like my record day so that I can, get on a schedule and get more tutorials and stuff out there. There's a couple of video series I want to start. Um, so like Tuesday and Wednesday are like the Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday are like the only days that he can really have them because we have our live on Monday. I need to record on Thursday. If he gets it on Friday, I might not get it back until Monday, and really don't want to risk that. So I'm limited on when I can get him the machine, but we will do it. She really needs a spa day. She really needs a spa day. She's in desperate need of a spa day. I mean, I clean her out, but she hasn't been serviced, and I've owned her for almost 3 years. In July, it'll be 3 years. So, um, yes, I'm very bad, very bad. She hasn't had a spa day yet. Well, guys, I know that I'm going to cut this short today because I'm really, really tired. And I think if I tried to sew, we'd have crooked seams and we'd have the divorce lawyer out every 5 minutes. So that's why I didn't sew today. I was going to do that 2-inch border on my husband's quilt today so I could finish it up. But I really um, can always do live on. Can always do live on. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I could. Yes. I could. We could have a cricket day. Good morning, Jean. How are you? Oh, no worries. I'm keeping it short today because I had a really long day yesterday and a really long night shift, so I'm keeping it short today. Um, so I didn't want to mess up his quilt, so we didn't work on that. So I don't want to keep you guys too long while I'm just mumbling around. Um, so I will let you guys go. The plan is to get some videos recorded Thursday, and so next week we will have some tutorials and some regularly scheduled stuff. I'm gonna get myself on a schedule, and we will see you guys on Monday. Until then, you guys have a great day and go make some fabulous quilts. See y'all.